Stop. Do not spend another penny. Right now, people are throwing away life-changing money without knowing it. Some of the most valuable pennies on earth are worth hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars, and they look just like ordinary change. One of these pennies exists because it was struck when it never should have been. Only a few survived, and when one appears, collectors panic, auctions explode, and prices skyrocket overnight. Another penny hides its value in a tiny mistake, a slight distortion, a double detail, something most people miss. But collectors will pay six figures the moment they see it. The third penny is terrifying because almost none exist anymore. Most were destroyed, lost, or spent, and today even one example can trigger global bidding wars. These pennies are still hiding in jars, collections, and pocket change right now. Check every penny, because the one you almost spend could be worth more than your house. Coin number 1, stop. Do not ignore this penny. Right now, people across the United States are throwing away serious money without realizing it, and one of the biggest mistakes happens with the 1951 DeWitt penny. This coin looks harmless. It looks common, and that's exactly why it's dangerous. Collectors know something most people don't. Certain 1951 DeWitt pennies are worth thousands, tens of thousands, and in extreme cases, life-changing money. And the worst part? Many of these coins were already spent, lost, or destroyed before anyone realized what they had. The 1951 DeWitt penny came from the Denver Mint, and millions were struck. That massive production number tricks people into believing this coin is worthless. That belief has already cost collectors fortunes. Because value isn't created by how many were made. It's created by how many survived correctly and how many were ruined by mistakes. And the U.S. Mint made mistakes. Big ones. One of the most terrifying value drivers on the 1951 DeWitt penny is doubling. This is not wear. This is not damage. This is a mint error that permanently changed the coin at the moment it was created. Letters can appear doubled. Numbers can look distorted. Lincoln's features can shift unnaturally. When collectors see strong doubling, bidding becomes aggressive, emotional, and ruthless. Prices don't rise slowly, they explode. Then there are off-center strikes, and these are absolute auction weapons. A 1951 DeWitt penny struck off-center means the coin was misaligned during production. The design is crooked, part of it is missing, and the more dramatic the shift, the more terrifying the value becomes. Collectors want these coins because they should not exist. When the date is still visible and the strike is extreme, auctions turn into wars. Clip planchets are another category that turns a 1-cent coin into a financial shock. These errors happen when the metal blank was cut incorrectly before striking. The result is a coin missing part of its edge, a mistake that can never be fixed or duplicated. Authentic clipped 1951 DeWitt pennies are rare, and when collectors confirm one, values can jump instantly into the thousands of dollars. Lamination errors are even scarier. These occur when the metal itself was defective. Layers peel, crack, or separate from the surface. These errors look dramatic, violent, and unmistakable. Every lamination error is unique, which makes collectors desperate to own them. A strong lamination on a 1951 DeWitt penny can completely rewrite its value overnight. Die cracks and die breaks are silent value killers for anyone who doesn't know what they're looking at. As minting dies deteriorated, they cracked, and those cracks transferred onto coins. The result is raised lines across the surface. Some cut through the date. Some slice across Lincoln's face. The larger and bolder the crack, the more collectors panic. Major die breaks are scarce, and scarcity fuels auction madness. Weak strikes are another trap. Many people mistake weak strikes for wear and spend a coin. That mistake has already destroyed countless valuable pennies. A true weak strike happens during minting, not circulation. When combined with other errors, a weakly struck 1951 DeWitt penny can carry serious collector premiums. Even the mint mark itself can betray value. The D on the 1951 DeWitt penny isn't always normal. Some appear weak. Some appear irregular. Some appear misplaced. Any abnormal mint mark is a red alert to collectors and can instantly raise value. Condition multiplies everything. Most 1951 DeWitt pennies were abused by circulation, scratched, worn, destroyed. That's why high-grade survivors are terrifyingly rare. A sharply struck, original, untouched 1951 D-Wheat penny is already desirable. Add an error, and you're looking at a coin that can dominate an auction room. Auction results prove one thing over and over again. When collectors want a rare 1951 D-error penny, logic disappears. Prices don't stop where they should. They go where fear and competition push them. That's how a penny becomes a financial shock. What makes the situation even worse is that many valuable 1951 D-Wheat pennies still haven't been found. They're hiding in old rolls, coffee cans, inherited collections, forgotten drawers. Every year, new discoveries hit the market and stun collectors. And here's the biggest mistake people make. Cleaning the coin. The moment a wheat penny is cleaned, its value collapses. Shine kills money. Original surfaces are everything. A dirty coin can be worth a fortune. A clean coin can be worth almost nothing. This is why experienced collectors treat every 1951 D-Wheat penny like a loaded weapon. They examine it under magnification. They study the date, the lettering, the mint mark, the surface. Because one tiny detail can separate pocket change from a financial disaster or a life-changing win. History proves this again and again. The biggest losses in coin collecting don't come from bad investments. They come from coins that were spent without being checked. The 1951 D-Wheat penny is not safe to ignore. It's not harmless. It's not just a penny. It's a coin that continues to punish people who underestimate it and reward those who know what to look for. Never assume, never rush, never spend first, because the next 1951 D-Wheat penny you touch could be worth far more than 1 cent, and once it's gone forever. Coin number 2 stop. If you have a 1943 penny, do not assume you know what it's worth, because the 1943 D-Wheat penny is one of the most dangerous coins ever released into American circulation, and has already turned ordinary people into accidental losers of six-figure money. During World War II, copper was needed for ammunition, so the U.S. Mint made a drastic decision. Pennies would be struck in steel. Millions of Americans know this part. What they don't know is that the Mint did not completely clear the presses. And that single mistake created one of the most terrifying rarities in U.S. coin history. The 1943 D-Wheat penny was supposed to be steel, but a microscopic number were accidentally struck on leftover bronze planchets from previous years. These coins were never meant to exist. They were never authorized. And today, they are among the most hunted coins on Earth. A genuine bronze 1943 D-Wheat penny is not a nice find. It is a financial event. Collectors don't negotiate when one appears. They compete aggressively, emotionally. Prices don't rise, they detonate. Verified examples have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and demand has never cooled. And here's the nightmare part. Most people don't test their coin correctly. A steel 1943 penny sticks to a magnet. A bronze one doesn't. That simple test has separated pocket change from auction room chaos. And yet, countless coins were spent, cleaned, plated, or destroyed before anyone thought to check. But bronze errors aren't the only killers hiding in the 1943 D-Wheat penny. Double dies are brutal. Strong doubling on the date, letters, or Lincoln's features instantly shift a common steel penny into a high-demand error coin. Collectors look for sharp, mechanical doubling, not damage. And when it's real, bidding escalates fast. Then there are off-metal errors, where the penny was struck on the wrong planchet entirely. These coins feel wrong. They weigh wrong. They look wrong. And collectors love them because they should never exist. A confirmed off-metal 1943 D-penny can trigger auction wars that leave people stunned. Off-center strikes are another financial landmine. When the design is visibly misaligned but the date is still readable, collectors go into attack mode. The more dramatic the error, the higher the fear-driven bids. Clipped planchets from 1943 are viciously collectible. A missing curve of metal means the blank was cut incorrectly before striking. These are factory errors, not damage. And when authentic, they turn a steel cent into a serious money piece. Die cracks and massive die breaks from 1943 are especially violent in appearance. Raised metal lines cutting across the coin signal dyeing equipment under wartime pressure. Large cracks add value fast. Huge breaks can add shock value that collectors pay aggressively for. Even surface texture matters. Wartime steel cents were poorly coated. Some show blistering, peeling, or exposed steel. Certain original mint defects raise value. Others destroy it. The difference has cost people fortunes. And here's the sin that kills value instantly. Cleaning. A polished 1943 penny looks shiny and worthless. Original surfaces are sacred. Dirt is acceptable. Damage is fatal. More rare coins have been destroyed by cleaning than by circulation. Condition multiplies everything. Most steel cents rusted, corroded, or degraded. That's why high-grade survivors are terrifyingly scarce. A sharp, original 1943. D-steel penny already has collector appeal. Add a real error, and the value can spiral quickly. What makes this coin even more dangerous is public misunderstanding. People think all 1943 pennies are the same. They're not. One detail can separate a 10-cent coin from a six-figure monster. New discoveries still happen. Old jars, estate collections, war-era hoards. Every time one appears, it shakes the market and reignites panic. The 1943 D-Wheat penny is not history. It's a live trap. It punishes assumptions. It rewards obsession. And is already proven that one careless moment can erase a fortune. Never trust appearances. Never skip the magnet test. Never clean first. Never spend before checking. Because the most expensive penny you will ever touch might already be in your hands. And once it's gone, no amount of regret will bring it back. Coin number 3, and we will explore stop. If you've ever seen an old Indian head cent and thought, it's just an old penny, that mistake has already cost people 5- and 6-figure money. And the most dangerous of them all is the 1859 Indian head cent, the very first year of issue. This coin is not common. It never was. And the few that survived are already locked away by serious collectors. Every time one hits the open market, it causes immediate tension, competition, and panic. The 1859 Indian head cent represents a moment the U.S. Mint almost never repeats. A first-year design with experimental details that were quickly changed and never brought back. That alone puts it in a different financial category. The most valuable and terrifying detail is the laurel wreath reverse. This design existed for 1 year only. 1 year. That makes the 1859 instantly separate from every other Indian head cent. Collectors don't just want it. They need it to complete serious collections. And that need creates ruthless auctions. Condition is brutal here. Most 1859 Indian head cents were heavily circulated, bent, scratched, worn nearly smooth. That's why high-grade examples are so scarce that when one appears, bidding behavior becomes irrational. Prices jump fast, and they don't come back down. But condition alone isn't the real nightmare. There are 2 different varieties on the 1859 Indian head cent, and the difference is subtle enough that thousands of valuable coins were spent or misidentified. Liberty's facial features differ slightly. The ribbon and leaf shapes vary. One variety is significantly scarcer, and collectors pay aggressively when it's confirmed. Strike quality matters. The 1859 Indian head cent was notoriously weakly struck. Many show soft details, especially in the hair and wreath. A strong strike is a red alert to collectors. Sharp detail equals scarcity. Scarcity equals fear-driven bidding. Then there are die cracks and cuds. Early minting equipment failed often, and those failures transferred directly onto coins. Raised cracks running through the date or wreath aren't damage. They're mint scars. Large cracks can multiply value instantly. Planchet defects are another silent killer. Poor metal preparation cause rough surfaces, voids, and laminations. These aren't flaws, they're mint mistakes. Each one is unique, and collectors love uniqueness. A dramatic lamination can turn a standard 1859 into a high-stakes auction coin. Color matters more than people realize. Original surfaces command massive premiums. Brown, red-brown, or traces of original red can swing value wildly. Cleaning erases that instantly. One cleaning stroke can destroy tens of thousands of dollars. And cleaning is the most common tragedy in this coin's history. People polished them, dipped them, shined them, and in doing so, they erased history and money. Even problem coins have demand. Because the 1859 is so important, collectors will accept minor issues that would destroy value on later dates. That tells you how strong demand really is. Another fear factor, counterfeits. The 1859 Indian head cent is one of the most faked early U.S. coins. Altered dates, added details, cast copies. People buy them, sell them, inherit them, and never realize what they're holding until it's too late. Real ones don't sit around. When an authentic 1859 surfaces with strong detail and original surfaces, it doesn't wait. Dealers fight for it. Collectors overpay. Records get broken quietly. And here's the most terrifying part. Many real 1859 Indian head cents are still hiding. Estate collections, old albums, forgotten drawers, passed down without understanding. Every year, a discovery shakes the market and proves the same truth again. This coin is not just old. It is not just rare. It is historically explosive. If you ever see an Indian head cent dated 1859, you stop. You slow down. You examine everything. Because one careless decision, one cleaning, one quick sale, one ignored detail can erase a small fortune. Never assume, never rush, never just spend it. Because the 1859 Indian head cent doesn't forgive mistakes, and it never has. If you want next, I can push this into full auction panic mode. Rewrite variety only, zero filler. Create ultra-viral title plus description plus tags. Convert into shorts that trigger instant fear. Just say the word smiling face with horns money bag.